It's summer, and it really is a fantastic time to be outdoors. Long days, warm weather, and I finally can get my canoe out on the lake. I'm starting this little summer adventure on a small and calm lake, and just enjoy my time out here. I pack my canoe with all I need for a long day out on the lake. So now, it's just a matter of getting my companion on board. And we're gonna try to have Tamarack, my young dog, in the canoe. He is 1 year old now and he's never been in a canoe before. So that's gonna be very exciting. But getting him to jump in the canoe turned out to be a quite difficult challenge. Jeg valgte en liten hund. Kom igjen. Well, he's a bit scared, so I don't want to. I'm not gonna force him into the canoe. But if he sees me paddling on the lake, he might change his mind. Du er med? Kom igjen da. Gikk over. Opp, opp, opp. Ikke være med. Kom. Ikke farlig. Ha da. Kom du stå der og glo. Such a beautiful feeling to be out on the lake. So calm. Well, I'm not gonna force him into the canoe. That will only create bad memories for him. So if he wants to, he will come. Ja. Wow, wow, wow. Vil du være med? Ja, kom igjen da. Ja, kom da. Hei. Plassen din der. Gå og pisse. Well, this didn't go quite as planned. Getting Tamarack into the canoe seemed to be a hopeless project at this time. But I really want to go for a paddle myself. So I put Mr. Sea Legs back in the car for a while and explored this beautiful lake by myself. The sound of the paddle carving through the water is therapeutic, to say the least. No wonder why animals let you come close to them when you are arriving in a canoe. So peaceful. But even out here on the lake, the mosquitoes follow you. And they have managed to bite through my hat and my wild hair. That is summer travel in the wilderness. Could be worse. Your body and mind quickly adapt to the lake and the canoe. And once you are tuned in, it feels like you could paddle for weeks. But I'm not going to. I did come out here to enjoy the wilderness together with my dog. So, I didn't have the heart to leave him behind for long. So instead, I go back on land, let Tamarack out of the car, and try my fishing luck. And even the sun starts to shine for us. Couldn't be better. And it kind of feels like being in a Bob Ross painting. Well, it's easy to get distracted by the surrounding beauty. So when a trout finally takes a bite at my spinner, very close to the edge of the water, I am not quick enough to hook it, and I lose it. Oh well, at least we caught some beautiful scenery. But suddenly I hear something above me. Something that really gives me North American wilderness vibes. It was a seaplane. That's cool. Kind of like being in Canada or Alaska. Then suddenly, Tamarack takes off into the woods.
Racky.
I fear he might have spotted a viper. But thankfully, it was not a viper, but a moose skull. Well, at least he now has something to keep him busy, to chew on, while I'm fishing. sånn da. Kom her. Vær så god. Soon as I finish my little lunch break here, I will continue on foot. And up in these woods here, I do have a wilderness cabin. And I'm gonna pay it a visit. I haven't been there for 6 months. I don't think I have been there since November last year. So I'm gonna go up there and see how it's going. So we leave the canoe behind for a while and head towards the simple cabin laying deep within these woods. And of course, at this time of year, there are an abundance with beautiful wild flowers to see. And if you are lucky, you will find some wild strawberries to eat while walking. Flowers like meadowsweet almost floors you with its beautiful sweet honey type smell. But the distinct purple hue from the fireweed truly is the symbol of summer in the wilderness for me. As I approach the cabin, I quickly see that this last winter has been tough on the woodshed. The woodshed has seen better days. Well, I do have some stuff to do here to fix. Okay. Well, it looks like it's been some residents here. That's my toothbrush. But it does have a wood stove. That's the most important thing. And some great books. Paradise Below Zero. It is a very basic cabin, but it has kept me warm on many cold winter days. And being here really gives you a remote and self-reliant feeling. But it is indeed in need of some repairs and upgrades at this time. So I decided to write a to-do list. But the biggest challenge for me is to get materials and stuff in here. The cabin was built in the 50s and was used for a place for loggers to sleep in when they do the logging around here. But today the cabin is just used by me and some mice. But I do notice that the chimney cap has blown off, so I could start by fixing that. This is turning into a joke. The ladder is rotten as a pear, and the steps keeps falling off. And actually, this ladder can create more trouble than being useful. Safety is my #1 priority when I am alone out in the woods. If I fall down from this ladder and break a leg, I could be stranded here for months before someone finds me. And with no cell phone reception, calling for help will be very difficult. So, after fixing nothing at the cabin, I lock up the door and instead decide to go for a walk and climb one of the many hilltops around here.
There's some moose tracks in the bog here. Real fresh. It's hot.
This is a popular lookout point. So in Norwegian tradition there is a small book here, where you can write your name when you have climbed the hill.
Skal du skrive navnet ditt sjøl? Ja, takk.
But this summer I need to spend with Tamarack. He is a young Malamute that needs to go through some training to become a true wilderness dog. I've had Alaskan Malamutes for 12 years, and I've gotten to know the breed quite well. They are big, beautiful and strong dogs, bred to pull heavy sleds through the harsh Alaskan wilderness. They can withstand a lot, and they are extremely tough dogs. But train them correctly, and they can also be fantastic pets and hiking companions. Although they are not the easiest dog to deal with, they are very independent and stubborn, and they are typically a breed that needs to be on a leash, because it's no guarantee that they will come to you when you call on them. You must start training them early, using a lot of positive reinforcements and treats. And you must be a strong leader in your Malamute's eyes, not by using fear or punishments like they did in the old days, but rather leading them by being assertive and calm. They are, though, extremely intelligent and will prefer to think and act for themselves. They need a lot of exercise and are best suited for an active family. But if you first have had a Malamute, they stay in your heart forever, and it becomes a lifestyle. Back home, we are training to get into the canoe again. But now on dry land, it hopefully will be less scary for him. By using tasting treats, Tamarack makes progress little by little. The main thing for the trainer is to be patient and calm, there is no rush.
Kom igjen. Av flikker. Av flikker. Hopp. Var nesten. Flink ut. Se. Flikker. Kan sitte her. Kan sitte. Sitte. Var nesten.
Well, we are getting there. So instead, we move on to backpacking. This backpack belonged to my late dog, Lakota, who passed away last summer. Tamarack, being a male, will eventually grow bigger than she was. But for now, the backpack fits. And for me, it is a little emotional seeing her old backpack coming to use again. A couple of days later, we head back out into the woods, and Tamarack carries the backpack like a pro. We find a beautiful pocket of beech trees. And you know me by now, I can't resist that. So I have to go into the beach. And for me, going to the beach in the summertime has a different meaning than most. I decided to have a nice little lunch in here.
Var det deilig å få deg på den tråden, eller? Sitt vekk. Sitt. Skal du ligge da? Ligge. Ja, for litt da. Det er ikke som en gammel gris. I usually just carry one cooking pot with me. And I use this for frying and for boiling, for my coffee. It was a gift from my grandmother. When I got it, it was shiny and nice. Today, it's full of dents and has a thick layer of soot on it. But that's how it's supposed to look. And I will never wash it. Just rinse it. So, every time I use it, I give my grandmother a thought. And in a way, she's kind of with me on every trip. It is perfectly safe to light a fire today. It's very wet in the woods. But I don't think I'm going to do it. It's not often I say that, but I did carry with me my gas stove, so...
The smell of a bonfire is hard to beat, but the smell of the gas stove, it's not bad either, and it is a real summer smell for me.
Mimig.
And on the menu today, we have some cooked wieners. I had to break them in half to make them fit inside my kettle. But with some ketchup and wrapped in a tortilla-style wrap made out of potatoes, which is a very Norwegian thing. It sure is a delicious meal out here.
Vær så god. Vær så god. Ta nå. Ta. Vil du ha? Du var flink da. Tamarack has started his shedding period. So it's hair everywhere. I feel I eat more hair than food. Thank you.
But the Norwegian summer weather is usually somewhat unstable, and it decides to rain for days. But there is no bad hiking weather. next time I visit the wild Norwegian mountains in the autumn.